is the third section of 7 essential skills to build your career. This third section focuses on people movers, talent management. Talent management lessons are TM01, setting the stage for high performance, TM02, productivity from day one, onboarding new hires, TM03, leading through coaching, training, and mentoring, and TM04, the gift of giving effective feedback. This lesson will focus on leading through coaching, training, and mentoring.
Training your staff is one of the most important functions of a supervisor or manager. In this module, we'll talk about the supervisor's role as a coach, consultant, teacher, trainer, and mentor. We'll also talk about how adults learn best, and effective mentoring, training, teaching job standards, and also a bit on career development. This module is for supervisors, but also managers, project managers, team leaders, and anyone that's in a coach or consultant role. When you need to convey your expertise to employees and transfer your skills to them. In your role as a coach, it's important for you to focus on how adults learn best. There are 5 basic tenets to keep in mind in your role as a mentor, according to the book Managers as Mentors. Number 1, you want to focus on needs and interests. Adults are motivated to learn as they develop needs and interests that learning will satisfy. Therefore, people's needs and interests are the appropriate starting point for mentoring. If they're not interested in the topic, they probably won't be focused or interested in obtaining skills in that area. Secondly, you want to focus on practical work-related situations. Adult orientation to learning is life or work-centered. Therefore, the appropriate framework for organizing mentoring are life and work-related situations, not academic or theoretical subjects, so keep the training as practical as possible. Thirdly, learn by doing. Experience is the richest resource for adult learning. Therefore, the approach for mentoring involves active participation in a planned series of experiences, the analysis of those experiences, and their application to work and life situations. Fourth, let them be self-directing. Don't solve the situation for them. Think about their age and experience. Adults of any age have a deep need to be self-directing. Therefore, the role of the mentor is to engage in a process of inquiry, analysis, and decision-making with the person, rather than to transmit knowledge and then evaluate the person conforming to it. And remember, account for differences in the style of learning. Some people are audio, some people are visual, some people are kinesthetic, meaning learn by doing, and some people are more intellectual, meaning they need to think about it, process it, and then apply their skills. Also remember that everyone comes to work with a different set of skills, experiences, knowledge, and interests, so make sure that your training accounts for differences in their style of learning. The supervisor's role has many functions as a coach, teacher, trainer, and guide. As a coach, you're going to be motivational and listen, providing feedback, setting goals, and cheering the employee on. As a teacher, you're going to focus on skill-based learning, technical information, telling someone how to do something. There's a difference between teaching and training. Teaching is primarily telling, explaining a process, describing solutions, informing the person about technical information, and so on. Whereas a trainer is someone who shows the person how to do something, using interactive processes, simulations, and hands-on learning. A guide is someone with whom you create a caring but objective relationship, a person who has been there and done that. They give you the benefit of their experience, sharing with you the unspoken rules that you won't learn from others, sort of showing someone the ropes. Who are the people to trust? What are the actions you might take? A mentor or guide is more likely to recommend you find a coach than to be one. The guide tells you stories of people who succeeded and those who didn't and why, and might even warn you of the pitfalls of certain actions based on their experience. You will likely play each of these roles in your job as a supervisor, manager, or team leader. Here are some tips for teaching job skills. First of all, explain the big picture and why it's important. Obviously, this position exists to help the organization meet its goals and objectives. Take this opportunity to establish a sense of pride and worth in the employee. Let them know how their job makes a difference to the overall objectives of the organization. When possible, use graphics to review the employee's job and help them understand the flow of the work. You can use a job scorecard or a job description to assist, or flowcharts or graphic aids such as manuals with pictures, posters, step-by-step directions, and so forth. Just easy reference tools for the employee to use and look at as they're performing their job. Describe the big picture and tell them why you're asking them to do things in a specific way. Provide step-by-step directions with numbers, and clarity counts. Depending on the position, this may be very specific or quite general. The important point is to be as clear as possible. Step 1, step 2, and so forth. And show them, demonstrate the job. Allow employees to learn by doing. Watch them and provide feedback so they can fine-tune their performance. And finally, encourage questions. Ask the employee to repeat what has just been taught, and be clear about when the employee can use independent judgment or when certain specific guidelines must be followed. Mentoring is a powerful and cost-effective tool to assist employees in working smarter and more effectively. It's a process based on one-to-one relationships, which focus on the needs of the person being mentored. Generally speaking, a mentor is described as a guide or a teacher or a counselor. And typically, companies design structured mentoring programs for new hires or for employees with management development potential. Make sure that you're non-discriminatory in determining who is going to be mentored. Effective mentoring programs share some important characteristics. First of all, they're structured one-to-one relationships that focus on the needs of the person. Secondly, they nurture caring, supportive relationships. A mentoring relationship can encourage the employee to develop to their fullest potential and act as an advisor for career advice so the employee can reach their vision of the future. It can also foster active community partnerships, but it does require mutual respect and commitment by both parties if the program is going to be effective. The mentor can expect to wear many hats in the relationship, and most likely the roles will evolve over time. At the beginning of a mentoring relationship, the mentor is likely to play the role as a role model, a storyteller, as a giver of feedback, and later on the process may evolve to more of a counseling or advisory position. Mentoring can be one of the most useful techniques because it establishes a relationship rather than a process between two people. As a mentor, you can serve as a role model, suggest options, and subtly guide the employee down the right path. Mentors are sometimes outside the usual chain of command, so not their direct supervisor. But a mentor is someone who can objectively observe the trainee from the outside without the need for the direct benefit of improving the trainee's abilities. With regard to training, your organization may or may not have a formal training program for specific employees. Regardless of whether you have a training function in your organization, you want to make sure that employees do have the ability to gain skills in a variety of ways, but give the employees responsibility. This is not just formal training, but could be as informal as lunch and learns, expert speakers, classroom trainings, shadowing, online courses and videos, or specific readings and study groups. These are all great ways to develop expertise. Remember to reward the expertise. So, for example, if an employee does attend an outside class, give them the opportunity to showcase their new skills by making a presentation in a weekly meeting. And think about the importance of having internal subject matter experts on a variety of subjects, equipment, software, and so forth. Develop a database for those special skills, reward those experts, and make a list of key subject matter experts to encourage employees to continue their learning in various areas. And finally, remember your role in the career development of your staff. Provide them with new, challenging assignments to keep them motivated and keep them learning new skills. Think about the importance of employee retention. And yes, training, mentoring, and coaching your employees takes time, but you'll have a payoff in terms of higher productivity and commitment to the work. Other good ways to provide career development opportunities are to have a management development program, or provide an interim supervisory or management role to an employee, or have a special designation. You want to be careful not to alienate those outside of the group. There are many great reasons for investing in the career development of your employees. It enhances their value and also the value that they provide to the organization. It makes you more competitive. and it also helps you plan for the future with succession planning. So make the process of ongoing learning part of your management role. And remember, certain employees will need more hands-on coaching and development than others. Take the time to do it right when you first start working with an employee. If you see that they are able to take the reins, then let them go and be self-directed. But if you see that that person needs additional training, coaching, or skill building, provide them with the resources to improve their skills. Instill a sense of continuous learning with your employees and give them the skills they need to fill any training gaps that may exist. Thank you for participating in this training module on coaching and talent management.
Congratulations! You just completed one of more than 30 modules from I Workplace. These modules are provided on YouTube for your benefit to preview the extensive training content of our management training modules. After 4 modules, you can take a multiple-choice online 10-question test based on the content of 4 of the videos on YouTube. There are tests available for team leadership, interviewing and hiring, talent management, performance management, communication, efficiency, and customer service. You'll earn a certificate of completion. For only $9.99, you can document your management success. Go to itoworkplace.com/store, pay $9.99 for each module, and you'll get a link to the certification test. For more high-impact, low-cost training, follow I on LinkedIn and YouTube. Or visit our website at www.itoworkplace.com. Thank you.